This is Fran Drescher during the SAG-AFTRA press conference announcing that they were going on strike last night. This happened about 24 hours ago. They went on strike last night at midnight.
And she's the president.
We went on strike again.
Yeah, you're in it.
Full disclosure.
She's the president of SAG-AFTRA, and I didn't realize that Reagan once was the president of
Reagan was the president of SAG-AFTRA when they went on strike in 1960.
Yeah, the biggest, when it was both the writers and the actors at that time. This is the first time since then, right? So
yes,
big improvement, I would say, in terms of president.
Yeah, apparently Reagan wasn't the spearhead on the actual labor action there. There was a vice president. I've seen a thread. I'm trying to find it now that goes into who should actually be credited there.
My point is just like,
well, he was a union guy, and then he started to make his money through, I can't remember what big company it was that sent him out to fight against healthcare.
Yeah, I think Perlstein goes into his history. I'm curious.
I can't remember now.
I cannot believe it, quite frankly, how far apart we are on so many things, how they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. It is disgusting. Shame on them. They stand on the wrong side of history at this very moment. We stand in solidarity, in unprecedented unity. Our union and our sister unions and the unions around the world are standing by us, as well as other labor unions. Because at some point, the jig is up. You cannot keep being dwindled and marginalized and disrespected and dishonored. The entire business model has been changed by streaming, digital, AI. This is a moment of history that is a moment of truth. If we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines and big business, who cares more about Wall Street than you and your family. Most of Americans don't have more than $500 in an emergency.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I think I would like to see more parts of the economy that benefit from, money in the system, having an understanding that actually people should get paid. And I keep referencing this, but there's a LBJ call with Smathers of Florida, senator, and he runs like a grocery chain. He's like, actually, Goldwater's economy would be horrible for us because my customers need money to buy my products. And also, just a note on the Reagan thing, Tim Sherrock has a thread. Yes, Reagan was Screen Actors Guild president in 1960. And Jeffrey Garner points out, Reagan, this is a quote from Garner, Reagan wasn't qualified to be governor, let alone president. I was a vice president of SAG when he was its president. The only thing I remember is that Ronnie never had an original thought and that we had to tell him what to say.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it, though.
He just wanted to be elected, it seems. And
then we should say it was GE that hired him to go around and fight against socialism.
Yeah. But he
gave me the money.
To Matt's point too about like having people who have the financial resources speaking out about this, and this is like, it makes a difference. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy walked out after they did their red carpet of the Oppenheimer premiere, which is going to be one of the biggest movies of the summer. And like, they made that known. And I think, Margot Robbie speaking about it, we played that yesterday on the Barbie red carpet. Like, this
pink carpet.
I'm sorry, Bradley. This
pink carpet
is like supposed to be the summer of the return of like a lot of really awesome, like big budget non-superhero movies. Thank the Lord. And that being this kind of re-energizing moment for the movie industry. But the actors still taking the opportunity to show solidarity, no matter how big their movie is, no matter how much they're getting paid. It's just really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's really
significant. If you've got DVDs or VHSs at home, now's the time to break them out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's, I keep saying, but like the 2007 writer's strike was the first time I like labor action really impinged on my consciousness in any kind of an educational way. And I think like this is a time where we can actually use celebrity in a way that is useful. Like we'll play there's another clip of Margot Robbie just talking about unions.
Yeah.
And like I think like this is really good propaganda, frankly.
Totally.
Yep.
And the environment.
Damon's got some good lines too, I think.
Yes.
Well, Matt Damon was really good about education back during the Obama years. He was one of the few people to come out against the Obama administration, Arnie Duncan.
Yeah,
he and Ben Affleck supported the workers at Harvard striking, or the cafeteria workers too, back in the aughts.
We should get into that Damon thing because he was edited in a kind of deceitful way that made him look like he was coming against.
We'll do that on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadline keeps doing that. They did the same thing with Kenneth Branagh.
Of course, dude, because they know who
bread butters their bread. Yeah.
Yes.
They're a trade publication.
I was upset because like I saw another.
There's no one actor that they give a shit about.
Right, Kenneth Branagh had something where it was like, I hope it comes to a quick resolution. Like every other thing he said was like extremely like pro the unions.
Yeah,
they're
of
just
course.
trying to muddy the waters as much as they can.
Totally.